All right. So let's start as always in a seated position. As you know, it doesn't matter what this seated position is. You just find a position that feels comfortable for you. We'll just take a few moments together to settle here, to center ourselves before we move our bodies. If you feel comfortable to do so here, you can close your eyes. Just take a few moments to check in with yourself. Notice how you're feeling today. Just checking in physically, mentally, emotionally. Here I encourage you to just be an observer here as you notice how you're feeling today, where you're at today. You don't need to form an opinion or a judgment call here. You don't need to label something good or bad. You're just observing where you're at today, noticing. And then hopefully you can use some of that information you've gathered, that information about how you're feeling today. Hopefully you can use that to support your practice today, to move in a way that feels intuitive for you. And then as you stay here, observing your breath, observing the way that you feel today, physically, mentally, emotionally. You can just take a few rounds here of extending the exhalation. So you let the inhalation be a normal breath in. And then as you exhale, you start to just lengthen that breath a little more, just a tiny bit more. And then again, when you're ready to inhale, let it be a normal breath in. It's almost an automatic response. You breathe in. And then again, as you exhale, lengthening it out, teasing it out just a little bit more. And then again, when you're ready to breathe in, big breath in, automatic breath in. Exhale, lengthening that breath. So you lengthen the breath. You're just going to a place that feels comfortable for you. You don't need to force anything here. The inhalation is automatic. The exhalation, just that little bit longer. Just a few more rounds like this, 3 more rounds. Automatic breath in. Lengthening the exhalation. And then once you've finished your 3 rounds, there's no rush to finish them. Once you have finished them, you can just allow yourself to drop back into your natural breathing pattern. And now you're welcome to keep your eyes closed. You're also welcome to open them. Let's take some circles with our torsos. You can keep your hands on your legs or by your side, whatever feels comfortable for you. You can start to make circles there with your upper body. Doesn't matter which way you start, it doesn't matter how fast or slow you're moving. You can notice here where you're initiating the movement from in your body, the places that feel good to move from. Notice if you're moving as one whole motion with your torso, or if you're splitting up that shape, segmenting through the shoulders, the ribs. You're leading with your head, with your shoulders. It doesn't really matter. As I said, it's not necessarily about forming a judgment call. It's just noticing the way that you like to move, the habits in your body. And then slowly coming back to that point of stillness. And then we change sides, we go back the other way. This side might feel different for you, as it's probably not the side that you prefer to move to. You went that other way first automatically. Again, notice here, just those little similarities to the other side. Any differences that you notice here? You're noticing if there's a particular way that you like to move, a particular part of your body you like to lead with. And then slowly again, coming back to stillness, slowing right down until you find that still point. I'm going to take a moment there in that stillness and notice any sensations in your body, any sensations of energy running up through your back, through your spine, all the way through to the crown of your head. And release. Let's come forward onto hands and knees for a few rounds of cat-cow. If you would like some support underneath your knees, you can take that support. Set yourself up here as you need. Have your hands at least shoulder width apart and your knees at least hip width apart. And we use the breath here to move through these shapes. So on the inhalation, you draw the belly down, move the chest towards your arms. Maybe you look forward. On the exhale, curl tailbone under. Press in between the shoulder blades, release the sides of the neck down. Inhale, belly draws down. Exhale to curl. Releasing the head as you press in between the shoulder blades. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And then coming back to hands and knees, all fours. We'll keep the left hand where it is, press into the left hand and inhale to reach the right arm up. Exhale to thread underneath that arm. Press into the hand, inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale to thread. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to thread. And you can come to rest your head, your side of your shoulder on the mat. Your left hand can stay bent by your face, or you can extend it away from you. Wherever you are, we're here for one more breath. A full inhale, a full exhale. And then use your next breath to bring your hand back beside your face. Set yourself up, press into that hand and inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, coming back to hands and knees. Give yourself a little bit of a wriggle, a reset here, and we'll do the other side. Right hand stays where it is. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale to thread. Inhale, reaching up, lifting that top arm up. Exhale to thread. Inhale to reach. Exhale to thread, and again this time you can come to rest. Side of the head down towards the mat. You can also take some height underneath your head as you need here, of course. Your right hand can stay bent in front of you, or you can extend it long to the top of your mat so that you lengthen out through the side of your body. One more breath. And then slowly bring your hand back beside your face if you've moved it away. Press into that right hand as you inhale to reach the left arm back up. And exhale, hand comes back to the mat. Give yourself a little bit of a wriggle there, a reset there. Let's take a few moments to work on our hands this morning, our wrists. So you can start to make circles one way and then the other way with the hands in front of you, fingers spread and open. Just shifting the weight around between the different points of contact in your hands, your fingers. You can change the direction of your fingers. They can point out to the side or turn in towards each other. If there's any pain here in this, stay clear of that, avoid that. You can circle around it or just change the position, change what you're doing here. You can turn your fingers back towards your knees to open the soft part of your wrist, that front part of the wrist. You can also flip your hands and come onto the tops of your hands, fingers pointing back towards your knees. Depending on your capacity here, you can go 2 at once or 1 at a time. We'll just have another few moments here. You can take anything you would like to take to warm up your hands, your wrists, your fingers, any other shapes or exercises you've done or you like to do. And we'll slowly come back to our hands and knees, all fours, for a few rounds of downward facing dog this morning. So have your hands shoulder width apart, spread and open your fingers. Tuck your toes, lift your knees up, hips up to downward facing dog. First dog pose of the day. Let's pedal through the legs. You can bend up one leg and straighten the other. You can shift around a little bit here between your hands and your legs, moving around to find this shape in your body this morning. And then see if you can come to a moment of stillness here. To your capacity, you can straighten your arms and lift your hips high. And straighten your legs if that's available for you, and push your thighs back, pull your heels down towards the mat. And then release, coming forward onto hands and knees. You can pause there for a moment. You can adjust again the weight between your hands and your knees, shifting around as you need to. And then we'll go again, another downward facing dog. You can tuck your toes, lift your knees up, hips up, downward facing dog. So again, see if you can come to that stillness here in this pose, holding yourself steady. Spread and open your fingers. Spread and open the palms of your hands. Draw your elbows in a little bit to straighten your arms, still lifting the sides of your body up, your hips up. Again, if it's available for you, you can straighten the legs, pull the heels down towards the mat. And then releasing forward, coming back onto hands and knees. Let's bring the big toes together, knees apart for forward virasana. If you prefer to stay on hands and knees and rest there, of course you're welcome to stay there. And also take a bit of height between your buttocks and your heels as you need to here. Allow your head to release down towards the mat. Have your hands at least shoulder width apart, if not a little bit wider here. You can keep your fingers lightly spread and open so you allow your spine, your head to release down, softening down. A few rounds on the breath. Inhale, coming up to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, forward virasana. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, forward virasana. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, forward virasana. Last one. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, forward virasana. Again, just pause there for a moment and allow yourself to soften down here. You can take your hands as wide as you need to allow your shoulders to release down the sides of your neck to soften. Take a side bend here. Walk your hands over towards the right. Left hand can go on top of the right to go a little bit further here to access a little bit deeper into this shape if you feel called to do that. And then let's walk the hands back into the center and over towards the left. Again, just as far as feels comfortable for you. Of course, you can take your right hand on top of your left hand this time to go a little bit deeper here to access a little bit further here. And then walking the hands back through center. Head can release down to the mat. Inhale, coming up to hands and knees. Exhale to downward facing dog. And then we're going to come towards the front of our mat. You can also walk your hands back towards your feet if you prefer. I'm going to look forward, take a big step forward one at a time to come to the top of my mat. And then once I get to the top of my mat, I'm just going to slowly pull myself up to standing. And just take a moment there. Just allow, bit on the floor for a little while, allow the heaviness to fall a little bit out of your head here. So I'm going to do a few rounds of sun salutations. We'll build up, we'll add on after a couple of rounds each time. So we'll start at the top of our mat with our feet hip width apart. You can have your feet together if you prefer here. Take a moment here with your feet hip width apart to find a spot ahead of you to focus on. Spot at your eye height. Take 3 big circles with the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. 1, 2, 3. And on that third roll, see if you can draw the shoulder tips back and lift your chest up. Unclench your teeth and let your jaw be soft here. Take a full breath in, full breath out, and then inhale, reach your arms up. Arms reach up. Exhale to bend forward to Uttanasana. You can bring your hands to the mat and bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale to halfway lift, slide your hands up your legs, look forward. Exhale to fold, bend. Inhale again, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale to fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reaching your arms up, sweeping up to standing. Exhale, arms back by your side. Let's go again just like that. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale to fold. You can bend your knees here and allow your head to hang. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, reaching up. Exhale, arms back by your side. We're going to add on here, full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, one halfway lift, look forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, plant your hands. Exhale, big step back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, a full breath out, and then inhale to step to the top of your mat. As many steps as you need to get to the top of your mat. Then once you get there, you can exhale, bending forward, releasing forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, arms back by your side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, one halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant your hands. Big exhale to step back to downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, stepping forward to the top of your mat. Exhale, you can fold. Inhale takes you to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, arms back by your side. We'll add on again. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. From this inhale, see if you can come to Utkatasana. So bend your knees, sit low and reach your arms up. Chair pose, Utkatasana. That's it. And then again, exhale, you can fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant your hands. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Full inhale, full exhale. Inhale, stepping forward. On the next inhale, you halfway lift, look forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach your arms up, sweeping up. Exhale, arms by your side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, sit low. You can reach your arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant your hands. Exhale, big step back. Downward facing dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale. Looking forward as you step forward. Releasing your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, arms by your side. Again, we'll add on one more thing. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sit your buttocks low. Utkatasana, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant your hands. Exhale, big step back to downward facing dog. Now you can stay here or we can go to upward facing dog. So keep the toes curled under. Inhale, swing yourself forward to upward facing dog. Lower the hips, lift the chest up. That's it. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, step forward. Exhale as you release your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, arms by your side. Last one. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, swinging yourself up to Utkatasana. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands as you inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Now again, you can stay here or inhale, swinging forward to upward facing dog. Toes curled under, lift the chest up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping forward. Exhale, releasing the head as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, arms back by your side. And just pause there for a moment. Gaze at your eye height. Jaw soft. Standing up through the crown of the head, standing tall. Again, let's take 3 big circles with the shoulders backwards. 1, 2, 3. And on the third one again, see if you can keep the shoulder tips drawing back, chest lifting up. And let's release. Let's come to Vrikshasana, to tree pose. So you're welcome to orient yourself however you need to on your mat. If you need to go to a wall, you can take a wall. Have your feet about hip width apart. You can take your left hand to your left hip. For the first round, we're just going to shift across onto the left leg, bend up the right leg and lift it up as high as you can. And then release it back down. Right hand to right hip. Stand on the right leg, bend up the left leg, just lift it up as high as you can without using your hands. And then release it back down. Now this time we're going to take the foot up the leg. As always, you've got some options. You can have this lovely grounded vrikshasana with the foot on the floor. You could take it a little bit higher up the calf, or if it's available for you, we'll take it all the way to the top of the leg. So left hand to left hip. Shift across onto the left leg. Bend up your right leg as high as you can. If you're taking the leg up, take it on the inside, turn it out to the side. Press your foot against your leg. Wherever you are, even if the foot is on the floor, you're still bending the leg and turning the leg out to the side, the knee out to the side. You can have your hands on your hips, or you can bring your hands to your chest to Namaskarasana. Press your hands together and lift your chest up. And then let's change. You can release your hands, release your legs, and pause there for a moment. We'll take the right hand to the right hip. Shift across onto the right leg. Bend up the left leg, taking it to wherever you're going to work with it. Maybe you're bending the leg and turning the leg, the knee out to the side. Press your foot against your leg back against your foot. You can bring your hands to your hips. You can stay there, or you can bring your hands to your chest to Namaskarasana. Press your hands together and lift your chest up. And then release your hands, release your legs, both feet back on the floor. Last round, this time we can reach our arms up above our head. Hands can be apart or together, depending on your neck, your shoulders. Left hand to left hip. Shift across onto the left leg, bending up the right leg, turning the knee out to the side, taking it to wherever you'd like to work with it on this side. Press your foot against your leg firmly back against your foot as you turn your knee out to the side. You can bring your hands to Namaskarasana. Press the hands together and lift the chest up. You can stay here, or we can reach the arms up above our head. Palms can be together or apart. From grounding through that heel, reach up through the hands, through the fingers, growing tall. And then bring the hands back. Release the legs all the way down. Last one, right side. Hand to the right hip. Shift across, bend up your left leg. You take the knee out to the side, taking the leg to wherever you're working with it. Press your foot against your leg back against your foot, turning the knee out to the side. You can take your hands to Namaskarasana, press the hands together and lift the chest up. You can stay here, or again, we can reach the arms up above our head. Palms can be together or apart, again, depending on your neck, your shoulders here. Growing tall here, reaching up through the fingers. And then hands release, legs release, coming back to both feet on the ground. Let's come down onto our mat. Just move my mat across. Let's come to sit on our mat. You can come to a cross-legged position if that feels okay for you. You can take some height as you need underneath you, to allow your knees, thighs to release down to the side. So we'll just come to cross-legged as you're ready. It doesn't have to be a tight cross. You can have the legs further away from you. And if this isn't comfortable for you, of course, you can just have your legs in front of you. We're just going to do a couple of twisting variations here. So we'll start with a very common one we always do together, a simple cross-legged twist. We're going to take our left hand to our right leg and our right hand behind us. We're going to use our breath here to turn a bit deeper if it's available today. So you press your legs down, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale to turn a little more. Press your legs down, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, turn a little more. One more time, press your legs down, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale to turn. And inhale brings you back to center. Right hand to the left leg, left hand behind you. Press your legs down, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, turn a little more. Press your legs down, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, turn a little more. One more time, inhale. Exhale to turn. And then inhale, coming back to center. Let's come to Baddha Konasana now. Bring the soles of the feet together. Soles of the feet together and the knees out to the side. Now here you can hold on to whatever feels good for you, under your feet, your ankles, your shins. Using a little bit of the resistance of the arms, you can pull gently on the arms to help lift your chest up. You can draw the shoulder tips back again. Shoulder blades into the body. Allow your knees, thighs to soften down, to release out to the side. Then we're going to keep the right leg bent and extend the left leg away from us for Janushirsasana legs. This shape with our legs is called Janushirsasana in Sanskrit. So this straight leg, the thigh presses down, the heel presses down, that leg is lightly active. We're going to twist again. We're going to take our right hand behind us and our left hand to press that thigh. It doesn't have to be the knee, it can just be the thigh there. And same thing here, we're going to press our legs down as we turn. So press your thighs down, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, turn a little more to your capacity. Press your legs down, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, turn a little more. One more time, press your legs down, inhale. Exhale to turn. And inhale to come back to center. Bend up your left leg, soles of the feet back to Baddha Konasana. Again, you can lift the chest up, draw the shoulder tips back, and allow the knees, thighs to release down. Then we'll extend the right leg away from us, Janushirsasana leg. Left leg is bent, right leg is straight. And that straight right leg is lightly active. We're pressing the thigh down, the heel down, lightly flexing the foot, spreading the toes. Left hand behind, right hand to that thigh. You can lightly press your hand down to the thigh to allow the knee, thigh to go down. 3 breaths here. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to turn a little more. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, turn a little more. One more time, inhale. Exhale, turn. And inhale, coming back to center. Bend up your right leg, bring both feet back to Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of the feet together, allow the knees, thighs to release down as you lift your chest up. And release. Let's come onto our backs. Do both of you have bolsters and blankets today? Great. So let's come onto our backs and then I'll get you to set up for maybe a Supta Baddha Konasana. But first we'll do our supine pigeon pose. So let's come onto our backs with our knees bent, feet hip width apart. And then supine pigeon pose, we cross the right ankle over the left knee. Allow the left knee, left thigh to turn out to the side. Sorry, right knee, right thigh to turn out to the side. You can stay here, or we start to lift that foot off the mat. If you can even reach up and hold around that leg, or you can lift a belt around that leg to draw the legs closer towards you. You can also rest that foot, instead of holding onto the leg, you can rest that foot on some bricks or press it against a wall or a chair. It's really up to you here. You're in control here of how much you draw the legs towards your chest. See, that will change the sensations that you might feel throughout the outer hip, the buttock area. And just be mindful as well of your knees. Just got another breath or so here. Jaw soft and face soft. And then slowly release your hands. Left foot comes back to the mat, uncross, right foot comes back to the mat. And just pause there for a moment. Both feet on the mat, spine releasing down. And then we'll do the other leg. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. And just take a moment here, allowing the thigh, the knee to soften, to turn out to the side here. Now, of course, again, you can stay here. This is our first variation to explore today. To go further, you can lift that leg up off the mat. You can keep the leg hanging in the air. You can rest it on some support, or you can reach up, take a belt or your hands around that leg. Again, here it's up to you how much you draw the legs towards you. Just notice if you start to clench your teeth here, scrunch up your face, you can let that tension soften from your face, your jaw. Allow your head and shoulders to rest on the mat. That your head isn't flung too far back. You can always take some height here underneath your head, a pillow or blanket, if you feel like your head is being thrown too far back. This is our final breath here. And then we release, bringing the right leg down, uncross, left leg down. And just take a moment there, again, allowing your spine to release down. Option here for happy baby, you can draw your knees towards your chest, take your legs wide, take your feet for happy baby. If you prefer not to take happy baby, you can take your knees wide and hold onto your knees. You can keep your feet on the floor and just rest there. In happy baby, you are welcome to rock gently from side to side. You can do that with your knees to your chest as well. Massaging out through your lower back, through your spine, releasing the hips, the lower back. And then if you haven't already, we come back to a point of stillness, releasing the feet back to the floor. And then let's roll onto our side. And use our left hand to press ourselves up and come up. Let's set up for a little Supta Baddha Konasana here before we go to our inversion today. So I know you both said you have a bolster and a blanket. So I think we've done this together in the studio. You have a bolster long ways like that. You'll have a blanket for your head at the top of your bolster, like that. You'll come to sit so that your buttocks are on the mat and your spine is on the bolster. Unfortunately, both my bolster and my blanket are quite dark, so a bit tricky to see. My buttocks are on the mat. I lay my spine back like that, and then I pull the blanket down to touch the tips of my shoulders. Bring the soles of my feet to Baddha Konasana. Allow my knees, thighs to release out to the side. Bring my arms by my side palms facing up. If there's a lot of tugging here, you can take some support underneath your knees. We won't be here for too long today, but you can prop up the outside edges of your thighs with bricks, with blankets, whatever you need here. Also be aware if you start to cool down here, you might want to put on a pair of socks or a jumper, or even cover yourself with a blanket. And then you can allow yourself to settle in here. As I said, we won't be here for too long, just a few minutes. You can feel yourself completely supported by your props here, the bolster, the blankets. Any support you have underneath your knees, your thighs. Allow that support to help you soften here. Allow your knees and thighs to release down. Your shoulder tips and arms soften down. Collarbones, your chest broad and open. You can have your eyes open or closed, that's up to you. As you stay here, just like in a lot of our quiet poses, I invite you to start to watch your breath here. So you don't need to alter or change your breath. You're just watching it come and go. So if you've reached your capacity, of course, you're welcome to bend up your legs. We will be here for another minute or two. So you can rest here with your knees bent. You can also extend your legs away from you, almost like a supported Shavasana here. And then to release, you can bend up your legs. It is a little bit of a dip, but you roll to your side, just rolling off the bolster there, and just take a moment on your side. And then you can come up as you're ready, and we can set up for our inversion today. So of course, legs up the wall. You can go straight to legs up the wall. As always, if you don't have a wall space, you can hook your legs over a chair, a bed, something like that. If you want to have a bit more of a supported position, you could do a supported bridge pose where your knees are bent and you have a bolster or a brick underneath your sacrum. It's really up to you here. Of course, if you're not sure, you can always give me a yell, but both of you have done many different inversions before. So take a moment to set yourself up as you need. Once you find that position, take a few moments to see how you go, see if you need to make any adjustments there. You don't have to immediately come to stillness here. And then once you've made those adjustments, you can slowly allow yourself again to settle here. Feel yourself again supported by your props, whether that's the floor and the wall, a bolster or a lounge, a blanket underneath your head. Feel that support and again invite yourself to soften. Allow yourself to rest here. You can have your eyes closed or open. And if you have them open, just have a soft gaze so you're not really taking anything in. You're not really focusing on anything here. Again, we just have another minute or so here. But of course, if you have reached your capacity, you can release. You are, of course, also welcome to stay here for your final pose today. So in a moment, I will give you a little bit of a cue that it's time to move into the next pose. But of course, you're welcome to stay here if you prefer. Now, you can stay here or you can start to release yourself down. You can make your way onto the floor. You can set yourself up for a Shavasana. You can have a flat Shavasana with a blanket underneath your head. You can have support behind your knees. You can put on a jumper, a blanket, a pair of socks. Take a moment to set yourself up here. You've got a few moments here. Set yourself up well so you can lay out and enjoy this final pose. So again, after you've lain there for a few moments, you might need to make some adjustments. You can take that time to lengthen out the back of your neck or your lower back. And slowly allowing yourself to settle into stillness here. Allowing your legs to release. Allowing your knees to soften onto that support of your bolster there. Thighs to soften back and release. You can allow your lower back to quieten. The sides of your body, the side ribs releasing, softening down. Allow your spine to completely soften down. Release it down. Allow the tips of your shoulders to soften. Your arms to rest, quiet and still. back of the neck long, and throat soft. Unclench your teeth and allow your jaw to be soft. Let there be a gentle part between your lips. Allow your eyes to soften, to quieten back. Unfurrow the space between your brows. Face soft and breath soft. You don't need to control or change your breath here again, of course. You're just watching it come and go. Soft, quiet inhalation. Soft, quiet exhalation. I'll give you a few moments here with your breath. Next time that you hear my voice, I'll be inviting you out of this pose. Then slowly start to deepen your breath. Take a slightly deeper inhalation, a slightly longer exhalation. Again, taking a deeper inhalation and a longer exhalation. You can slowly bend up your legs. Your feet can rest on the floor or your bolster. Bring your hands to rest on your abdomen or your ribs. And then as you feel ready, you roll onto your side. You can use your arm underneath your head as you curl up on your side. I invite you to take these last few moments on your side today. A few moments to express some gratitude to yourself. Thank yourself for moving your body, for jumping on the mat, for doing something for you today. And as you feel ready, you can use your hand to press yourself up into a seated position. We can seal our class together. So you can find a position that feels comfortable for you. And if you feel safe to do so here, I invite you to close your eyes. Then we bring our hands to our sternum to Namaskarasana, the prayer mudra. Then I invite you to bring your thumbs up to touch between your eyebrows, your third eye center for clear thoughts. Bring them down to touch your lips for clear speech. And bring them back down to press at your sternum, at your heart center for a clear heart. Most importantly to ourselves and also to each other, we say thank you out loud or in our heads, and then we bow forward. Thank you.